Welcome back to the podcast, everyone, the #1 podcast for the collectors. I'm Pokey Chloe.
And I'm Pokey Dean.
And just before we get started this evening, first of all, thank you all for being here. We are doing our first live in a while.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of months.
It has been a while.
And just so you guys know, we're in a temporary setup, which is my streaming room, because the Pokey podcast will be getting a new home shortly, but we're just in the transition phase. So
new,
for
new
the time
studio,
being,
new setup, new
everything.
Yeah, new hair. Who dis?
Literally.
I hope you guys are doing all right though. I feel like you're really laid back, and I'm like licking the screen.
I'm chilling back here. I'm chilling.
I'm really close, but hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're having a great week. We've got lots of stuff to talk about, and as Chloe mentioned, this is a live Q&A podcast episode, so you guys are welcome to ask us any questions. We'll probably do that towards the end of the podcast, so get your questions ready.
Your phone in ready. The phone in that's not happening ever. Okay.
But let's get some shout outs. I see Sean, we got Pokey Jedi, we got Chris, we got the butler, who is actually in the command room right now holding the fort down.
Command center.
Literally. We got Kerry. How's it going, Kerry? I saw Vampire Brie as well. Hope you're doing good.
Welcome in, guys.
We got Bob. We got loads of people.
Louise, Slicker, Chris, Green Tea, Alicia. Welcome in, everyone.
So thank you to everyone who is tuning into a very late night after hours podcast episode. But yeah, we unfortunately weren't able to record an episode last week. The day we were going to record a video, I got in my car and I realized that I had a flat tire. I've actually got, my car's broken at the moment.
Worse than a flat tire.
Yeah, it's I won't go into it, but it's in the mechanics at the moment, so we weren't able to do an episode last week, but we thought, you know what, let's do a live episode today. We've got loads of stuff to talk about. Obviously, card shows which are happening this weekend, the London card show, which we're both really looking forward to doing. There's also a trade night as well, so we're going to talk a little bit about that, maybe some stuff we're taking. Then also we're going to talk about more events such as Worlds next month.
Yeah.
The first ever Worlds that is coming to London. It's never been outside of North America, I don't think.
Correct.
So very much looking forward to that. And then I'm going to show off some cards that I'm going to be submitting, because if you don't know, PSA at the moment are doing a really good deal where they're doing $18 a card with a value of under 200 or 250, I think.
Yeah.
So I thought now's a good time to submit some cards, which I can't wait to show you guys. We've got a cool little setup. And then also some stuff that you've been picking up recently. We're going to be talking about that sort of stuff. So
lots going on.
Lots to talk about. Get your questions ready. And yeah, let's start it off with, I guess, the London card show, which is happening tomorrow. Saturday.
So the other day on my stream, someone said, I thought they said, and today's Friday. And when I tell you, my soul left my body, I was like, okay, I normally stream on Fridays, but I am 200% sure. So it is Saturday, and we're both going, and there's actually a lot more people going that we know this time.
Yeah,
which is going to be really fun.
That's the thing I'm looking forward to the most, because we saw a few people in the one in April.
Yeah, it was April last time. Yeah,
which was really cool. And then we have seen through Instagram in our streams that some of you guys have said, yeah, we're going to this one. So I know a lot of you guys are going to be coming, which would be awesome to me. I know Zetro actually was at the last one, who watches our channel, and he didn't come and say hi.
He was scared.
Yeah, hopefully he comes and says hi this time. So
we got Sam Chibi coming with us, who's one of our mods. We've also, there's lots of people going, so we'll be catching up with lots of people there. Some of the vendors we're actually friends with and know as well. So looking forward to, #1, seeing everyone, and #2, seeing actually what's on offer.
Definitely,
because I'm gonna be looking for some WWE cards.
Oh, yeah, actually. Was there some in April?
I need my fix. I don't know, because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. So if you've got WWE
sealed,
cards,
or are you going for slabs?
Oh, I'm going for both.
You're going for everything?
Yeah.
Oh, you're deep.
My bank balance is going to be crying.
You're in the deep end. But no, actually, I'm looking forward to seeing if this event has grown from April, because I've been to 2 now. I went to the one in January, which was in a completely different venue to the one that was in April. This one on Saturday is the same venue, and I will just say that the growth in the event has doubled, tripled, maybe even quadrupled. It was absolutely crazy to see the difference between January and April. I'm hoping to see if there's a even bigger growth maybe in terms of people attending or
Yeah.
maybe vendors or anything? Or
I think the trade night is like a little bit of growth in a way, because they've sort of extended the show as such. So it's like 10 a.m. or till 4. I think VIP's getting at 9:30 till 4 p.m. And then I assume the whole room gets switched around. Maybe some of the vendors sort of tidy up and they set up for the trade night, which I believe is 7 till 10 p.m.
Oh, sweet.
So it's gone from just being a day to literally a full day, full evening event, which I think is pretty cool. And it's in a good spot, so you can go down the road, you can have some dinner, you can chill out for a bit, and then you can come back and then you can start the trading. And I suppose it's kind of good because they had a bit of a trade corner going before, but maybe they realized there just wasn't enough room, because I did remember at one point in the day it was absolutely full in that corner.
The other thing I think was that people were using it just to rest and sit down and eat.
So maybe they're going to have a more of a like rest station, and then the trade night is going to be like, this is where you come, this is where you sit down, and this is where everyone gets their slabs and their cards and their binders out and starts getting into it.
That'd be really cool. I'm very much
looking forward to that aspect of it.
But then another cool thing about the London Card Show, you mentioned you're like going to find WWE stuff, is that if you're someone who only collects one TCG but you've always been interested in other ones, it's a good opportunity to see some other TCGs up like in front of you.
It's like a when you're looking online for, like you say, if you want to dabble in other TCGs, looking online is one thing, but if you want to get a real feel and a better understanding and maybe speak to the people like in person and have a conversation who are selling them, because maybe they have, you know, better knowledge, I feel like it's a much better taster being able to be there and grab it rather than
I feel like, what I mean? Like you said, like pictures don't do some cards justice. And also you might find TCGs that you don't even know about. I mean, what we were talking about, there's a Dexter like collectible cards,
and I didn't even find any when we were in America. I was gutted.
Like, those are the sort of things where you might find someone selling a Harry Potter booster box that you might not even known was a thing. And you're like, oh my god, I love Harry Potter, I need to pick that up.
And it might just send you into more financial chaos. But I mean, I'm here for it.
Yeah, so. I mean, it's really cool because some of the stuff we saw in April, I mean, there was
a really good variation.
There was vintage booster boxes, there was like a jungle box, there was base packs, there was a base
box as well.
Yeah, base box as well. There was some incredible slabs. There was a Korokoro Mew, I believe.
Yeah, and I think there was a first Ed Charizard PSA 9 as well on the base. The table that had the base box, I'm pretty sure they'd bought some hefty
stuff
with them. But there was Platinum Arceus pack.
Yeah.
Platinum Arceus blister.
Oh, blisters, yeah, and Shining Legend. So the other cool thing is that if you may be a little bit nervous of purchasing online,
this is your perfect.
Yeah, whether like you don't trust the seller or you're scared that it might get lost in transit or whatever, you actually can purchase these stuff right in front of you with the person. So and also like verify yourself if you think it's legit, which
I mean, at a card show, as well.
I mean, they're not. You hope that all the sellers are kind of like verified, sort of checked,
been vetted in some way or the other.
So yeah, very much looking forward to that. If you're in the chat and you're going, let us know. Like we said, we know Sam's going.
I know Louise is going as well, so looking forward to seeing you.
We're going to be walking around all day.
Come and see us. Come and find us. We'll be there.
If you want some pack battles, bring some packs.
Yeah, I'm going to bring some packs with me. I think you're going to bring some packs with you. I'm bringing. I mean, I've literally just done an Instagram story. If you haven't seen it, go check it out with a little bit of a preview of just some of the slabs that I'm bringing. And I'm also going to bring some vintage. I'm just going to bring lots of stuff with me.
Yeah, that's the thing is because this is the first trade night, we don't really know what to expect. So we don't know how much we're going to take. We don't know what we should take. Like, are we going to take packs? Are we going to take slabs? Are we going to take sealed products? Because we have some really cool vintage stuff. Yeah, we do. But at the same time, I suppose it's hard to be lugging everything around with you, but you want to have enough variation so that if you bump into someone, you never know. Sorry, a mosquito literally just landed there. If you bump into someone who might be looking for something that you didn't even know was there, or do you know what I mean? That's all it takes, putting something in front of the right person. You might get yourself a deal as well. So Sam Chibi says he's bringing a little bit of heat. Looking forward to that. That's the other cool thing is that we get to see some really cool collections. Yeah. Like if you're going and you have something you're really proud of and you're happy with bringing it, definitely come show us. Yeah. So I'm planning on doing a vlog. I don't know how much filming. I'm going to try and film snippets throughout the day. So whether that's snippets of me talking to the camera or mainly what's on sort of display. Because obviously
it's a little bit hard at a card show. Obviously, the whole filming aspect, you kind of have to be careful because obviously you don't want to get people in videos who don't want to be in them, and also so you've always got to check with vendors that they're happy for you to film their stuff. Most of them are, but we've come across him before, especially when we've been traveling around America. We've gone into shops and some people don't like filming and all that sort of stuff. So I'll definitely be doing some sort of vlog of the day. What that's going to look like, I don't know, but I'm going to capture as much content as I can and get it all put together afterwards. But there'll definitely be content of me and Dean, whether it's actually in the show or, you know, outside discussing what we're up to and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know what it's going to look like yet, but definitely will be content. And like I said, like Dean said, if you guys are there, come see us, come say hi, show us what you've got. You never know, we might end up being able to do a trade, or we can just open some packs together, all that sort of fun stuff. But last time we had a great time, and I think because it was my first one last time, I didn't know what to expect, and I kind of not went in thinking, oh, this isn't going to be great, but I was a bit skeptical because I know a lot of card shows here have been heavily dominated by sports mainly, and it's been hard for the Pokemon scene to sort of break in, but I feel like they did a really good job last time, and I feel like now people have got their roots and found their feet, especially with the London card show. Because don't get me wrong, I know there's other card shows that maybe we haven't been to or experienced, but I feel like they're really sort of getting themselves in a good place and building that reputation.
It's a good balance of all different types of TCGs. Like you have the Pokemon, you have the sports, which I still would say is probably quite heavily the main thing. But comparing January to April, there was a massive difference in the amount of more Pokemon, which was really, really cool. A little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh!
There was some Yu-Gi-Oh! Last time.
There was all sorts of different TCGs, so there's some really cool stuff to find. And like you said, I'm going to vlog it as well. Hopefully can get some cool content, and maybe get you guys in the vlog as well at some point, and have a good time. But I'm looking forward to the trade night and seeing what people bring. Like you said, actually you could probably show some of the stuff.
Here's something I prepared earlier.
Art Attack style. But yeah, so we're gonna bring all sorts of different things. We're gonna bring some vintage packs. It would actually be really cool to bring some like packs that people like open in front of us and maybe get on the vlog and stuff. That would be pretty sick. She's going back for more packs. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing like how it's run, because I've never actually ever been to a trade night. So I don't know, is there going to be slabs? Is there going to be singles? Is it going to be vintage? Is it going to be modern? Is someone going to bring some absolute heat? Who knows? I'm very much looking forward to it though. Is that some stuff you're taking?
Can only dig so deep into this bag. Okay, right. So if we could have a look at the hands cam, and I can show you guys a little bit of maybe what we're bringing. So here's just a few slabs, just so you guys get a bit of a feel. So I have quite a lot of vintage. Here we've got Supreme Victors, Secret Wonders, and we have some VS. We have the Rockets Tyranitar in a PSA 8. We've got the Ampharos PSA 9 and the Swampert there in a PSA 9. So some cool cards. I literally have a massive variation. And then I have some other cool items as well. So like I said, there's lots of TCGs. So we have some Magic Ruler, Yu-Gi-Oh! Packs, which is pretty cool. And guys, it's not a Pokey Chloe.
It's double audio apparently. We're doing a new setup, so it might be sounding a little bit different, but hopefully you can hear. That's all good. So yeah, we got some Yu-Gi-Oh! Ooh, Platinum Arceus. Some more Yu-Gi-Oh! We got some Stormfront as well. So like I said, a whole mix is going on. So if you're there, keep your eyes open for me. Yeah, that pack. I've never seen that pack before. Yeah, so extremely cool pack. I was considering opening it, but I'm going to hold off for now. But I'm going to take it with me. In case someone has a cool trade. And if nothing happens, I think I might grade it. But we shall see. We shall see. Cards inside are very, very hard to grade. Almost impossible to get in a 10. So what can you get in that pack? So these are like this. So you can get a Charizard. And I'm it's fine. But yeah, extremely cool pack. Picked it up actually just after the London card show happened. Oh, really? Yeah. Didn't pick it up there, but picked it up just after. But yeah, super cool pack. That's really cool. Yeah, like I was just saying, while you're looking for some stuff to show, is that I'm very much looking forward to seeing what sort of stuff people bring. Yeah. Like. I want my mind to be blown, like, from just some really cool, unique stuff that we haven't really got to see, like that pack right there. Like that would be really cool if loads of different people taking some mystery packs, which I actually opened on my channel and got my first black tier.
Chloe for the win.
I was getting pink tiers left, right, and center, but I managed to get the next tier up, which was really good. So yeah, very much looking forward to that event. We've got a few events to be going, or we're going to towards the end of the year. The next one after that will be Worlds, which I am literally so excited for. Worlds.
I can see the chat asking me to open a mystery pack. Let's go back to full face.
So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Worlds. First time in England, first time outside North America. I've got my spectator ticket.
Yeah, so have I.
You've got yours. We're still holding out for the other ticket.
I have this horrible gut feeling that those other tickets might have...
Don't do that to me. Do not do that to me. But yeah,
I'm just going to double check now.
I really am hoping we can go to the Pokemon Center store, because I really want to see what unique stuff they have. I want to get like a play mat. I want to get like a bag. I want to get I just want to get everything.
Yeah, no, there's still nothing on the Twitter. It says, due to unforeseen issue with our reservation system, reservations for the Pokemon Center experience at the Pokemon World Championships will not open until... will not open on Monday, the 18th of July. I was like, hold on a minute there, my heart. Right, okay, so there's still no update with regards to when the...
tickets go live.
When the reservations go live for the Pokemon Center experience.
Which is, yeah, that's going to be one touch and go. You're just going to have to keep
I only thought it might have been like now, because I know it was meant to happen Monday, and I thought maybe, okay, it would take a couple of days, but obviously they're having problems with the system, so...
So the cool thing about Worlds as well is that hopefully it will attract more. Obviously, we've got London Card Show, which is going to attract a lot of people, but hopefully Worlds is obviously the biggest Pokemon event. It's going to attract people from all over the world, Europe, America. Hopefully there's like a section where people can like do trading and stuff like that, and it will just be really cool to, one, meet new people from different countries, and two, just see what, like, I just want to see what this event brings, because obviously we've never experienced it before. Yeah.
So I've got some friends coming over. You'll know Super Duper Danny and Nate. They're both coming over for it. They've posted on their socials as well. So that'll be really cool getting them over from America. Leon Hart is coming as well, which is really, really fun. So yeah, there's lots of big creators coming, but like you said, I think there's going to be other people coming that are traveling specifically for it. And also there's going to be people going to Worlds that might not be coming to the London Card Show that are in the UK as well. So again, meeting those sorts of people will be incredible. So really looking forward to all of it.
Very much looking forward to it. And also, sneak peek to you guys in the podcast, I am going to potentially try to enter the Worlds tournament for the TCG, and I'm trying to get the butler to join as well. We're going to take over. It's going to be Yugi versus Joey in the final. And yeah, hopefully we will do well. And so any TCG players, we need some lessons. So yeah, hopefully that'll be pretty cool. If I need to make a deck. Wait, Grader's just said, let's go Dean Primal sponsor.
How are you doing?
Grader, can you, first and foremost, how's it going, bro? And yeah, sponsor the butler and me, and we'll try and win the Open. That would be great. That would be great. Yeah, we'll get you, we'll get you on the podcast.
Yes.
And that would be absolutely sick. That would be so cool. So yeah, that would be cool. If first I need to actually check it out, and hopefully there's still tickets. But if that's the case, we're going to try and win it for the community. We'll do it. We'll absolutely do it.
I love it. I just saw Gurpreet ask, do they have grading services available at the card show? So unfortunately, our card shows don't have the likes of PSA, CGC, Beckett, or anyone like that. But MGC, is it?
Yeah, MGC.
I don't know if they offer on-site grading at the card show, but I think you might be able to drop your cards to them. I believe they're a sponsor for the London Card Show as well. So they're the only grading service that I know of, but there's no PSA or anything like this, like that.
No, yeah.
But I know they do the collecticons in the States.
Yeah, and the other really cool thing that I actually got in the post randomly, I don't know how they got my address, but I got sent a card from London Card Show from Topps.
I just saw something today about Topps. Apparently they're not going to be there.
Oh no.
I saw a London Card Show story. I'm just going to confirm this, but I tagged London Card Show in my story today, and I'm pretty sure as I was tapping through, it said, although sadly Tops won't present now on Saturday, they have sent us 300 t-shirts and some awesome prizes for our charity raffle. So
they're not going to be there.
It doesn't sound like they're going to be there. It sounds like they've sent in some items, which is a shame because they had a big
booth
section last time.
They had a very big booth, and they sent a pitch. They took a picture of the event, and they've made it into their own card, and it's there's only 500 printed.
It was really cool. Yeah,
I got number 26 or something. So that was really cool. If they're going to do that every year, I really like that. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know how I got it, and I don't know how they got my address, but I'm grateful nevertheless. So yeah, anyone that's just joined, we're doing a live Q&A at the end or towards the end of the podcast.
Yeah, so do send in your questions.
Yeah,
and we'll
get them ready, and we can answer that. So yeah, talking about Worlds, hopefully meeting some cool content creators, Leon Hart, Real Breaking Nate, Super Duper Danny. Be interesting to see what happens, like, because I don't know what's going to be happening while the players are actually playing.
Yeah, so I believe there's going to be, like, obviously the whole point is it's the World Championships. It's based around the games and all of the players. So the spectators are kind of like second to that in a way, but obviously it's an experience for them. But I believe there are going to be some things going on for the spectators, such as the Pokemon Center experience and hopefully some other bits in the background because they're bringing over some of the big creators. I imagine there'll be things going on maybe with them or for them. But I don't know what that's going to look like. I spoke to Danny the other day about it because I was trying to sort of like find out details of like what those guys are going to be up to and just trying to make sure we can coordinate and get together, and they're super excited to basically meet everyone and obviously come to London and experience it. Like you said, it's the first time it's outside of North America, so it's not only a big deal in the fact that it's coming here for us, it's a big deal I think for those who maybe haven't ever been to the UK before and are getting to come with Pokemon and things like that. But yeah, I don't know what the spectator stuff is going to look like, but I imagine someone once told me that it's like Disneyland, but Pokemon.
Oh.
So I've been told very good things about the previous worlds by people who have gone. So I'm trusting them that it's going to be as good, hopefully for London.
Hopefully the UK or London can live up to that.
Yeah,
live up to that kind of status. Apparently Ian from Volt. Oh my God, my voice. I needed a go-go. How's it going, Ian? He says you would have filled in a form from the top stand. Oh, yes, I did do that.
That's it, yeah.
I thought that was for a t-shirt though. So
Dean's thinking his details have been swiped, but he actually gave his details away willingly.
I've been hacked. So yeah, if any of you guys are going to Worlds, do let us know and literally go to come up to us and say hi, because I still am mad at Zetro for not coming up and saying hi.
I know.
So very much looking forward to that.
Average Player says he's got a friend competing at Worlds.
Oh, sick.
That's incredible. Alberto saying Twice Baked Jake is going as well.
Oh, wow.
That's incredible. Lots of great creators going, so looking forward to seeing them there as well.
I'm actually, now I've got in my head that I'm going to actually try and take on the tournament.
I'll be standing on the sidelines with a flag like, go Dean, go Butler, waving my little flag.
I'm excited, but now I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to embarrass myself and let everyone down.
Dean, you're an intimidating guy, apparently.
I don't know how, Zetro. I really don't know how. But okay, so that's Worlds. Let's talk about some other stuff. We're in the month of July. Oh, two things. Little plug from my end. On Tuesday, I'm doing a Fossil Unlimited box break.
Ooh.
First time on my channel, never opened up Fossil before. Very much looking forward to that. And you are opening very soon. First edition Team Rocket.
I am indeed. So we've got two very exciting breaks coming up.
Very, very, very exciting breaks. So if you guys are interested, you can go check out our websites. They're in the description. PokeDean.com and PokechloeBreaks.com. Got the thumb of approval there.
Got him well trained.
So yeah, get involved. Really big weeks coming up in terms of box breaks and some cool stuff. And then the other thing is that PSA are doing a really, really cool deal at the moment. Obviously, for the last year or whatever, we've been having PSA charging $100 to grade a card. It was $150 at one point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think when I started, I remember last summer I did a few submissions when they opened back up, because obviously they halted everything altogether. I think the first lot of submissions I did were either 150 or like $175 a card. So I was obviously picking out like the top of the top.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, we've been because I'm honestly surprised that we've had it drop this low this quickly. I think it's gonna go back to being a bit slower again, but I suppose it's nice it has opened up. But the $18 is actually just a special for July for the Collectors Club members.
So that's what I was saying, is that they're doing a deal until the end of July, so I think the 31st, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I imagine this level will become permanent, but I think they're
point.
maybe just testing the waters a bit just to
probably
see
see how many people submit. So yeah, they're doing $18 a card, which I will say is for the value up to $200 or maybe $250. So anything above, you will get an upcharge. And then also it will be from, they said fall. So they're gonna they're gonna get up to date and then start
from the did they say the end of fall or just fall in general?
I think
which
the
again,
end. I think
August,
the end.
September time in general.
And so we're looking at about a 6-month wait, I think.
For that level.
For that level, for the $18. So I mean, it's gonna be 6 months, but you are getting a card graded for $18, which is really, really cool. So I'm actually going to be submitting some cards myself. You've been submitting some as well.
Yeah, I've been on a steady submission. And I offer a PSA middleman service. So if you ever want to find out about those details, you can email me, info.pokepodcast.com. But one thing I will say, unfortunately, I'm not able to offer the $18 special this month at the moment. However, if it does become permanent in the future, which I'm sure it will very soon, I will then be able to offer it to you guys.
Yeah, so these aren't actually, I've got 3 cards to show you guys, but these aren't actually going to be on the $18 one. I do have some, but when I say some, I've literally bought them here today just to show Chloe, and there was 300 cards. So I'm not going to show you those ones, but if I can go to the hands cam.
That was my little clap saying go to hands.
That was
Can I just say, Chloe normally measures her height without heels as she has them off swinging them at someone. I am a very gentle person, okay?
I wasn't even reading the comment. I'm just still waiting to go to hands. There we go.
4 hours later.
Okay, so here is one card I'm grading. Base set Charizard. I actually picked this up in America when we went in April. I don't know if you saw my video recently. Did I show it off? I think I showed it off. I basically picked up a binder. I did show it off. It was in my video. And this was in the binder, as well as some Shadowless Hollows, which is awesome. But I want to get the Charizard graded. Obviously, it's my favorite card of all time. And I actually think this would do pretty well. I mean, I'm no grader, but in terms of condition, it's a little bit off-center, I'd say. But in terms of condition, it looks very, very good.
Considering how, like...
It was just in a binder.
How you came across the binder, like, that whole, like, trip with all the pickups. Like, I can't explain how lucky, like, that's what I say to people. They're like, where do you find this stuff? How do you find this stuff? We weren't looking for it. And it literally, some back room somewhere.
When we say we went in there and there was what? The most modern products.
There was mean, modern collection boxes, modern tins, modern packs, modern ETBs, and then he literally just went,
I have this binder in the background.
Got this in the back.
And he was like, there's nothing special about it though. No Shadowless or first edition. I opened it up and there was a Shadowless Mewtwo, Nidoking, Poliwhirl, and Zapdos. I was like, right, okay. But so this is the Charizard. Like I said, looks very decent. I just want to see what this will get graded. I will say, I don't know if you can see it in the light, but there is a print line. He's basically sitting on a print line, but I think it's pretty hard to show.
I mean, in general, I think it's still a really, really nice condition.
Yeah, and then next is a first edition Dark Charizard, which I actually bought from the same person. He said I had this as well.
You nearly didn't get it at one point.
I tried to get it for a little bit less than he was asking for, and he was more than happy to keep it. So then I said, okay, I'll go for it. But there is a slight ding in that bottom left corner. So I don't think it will get a 10.
But in general, again, a really clean pickup considering it was just kind of on the whim.
I'd be very happy if that got a 9. I'm hoping 8 or a 9. And then boom. This was actually when we went in.
A couple of weeks. Well, I say a couple of weeks ago. Was it a month ago now?
When did we go? June?
Yeah, it was it was an 18th of June, I think we went.
So we went
over a month ago.
I know, time goes so quickly.
Depression sinks in quickly.
So yeah, I bought this in June when we were in America. We went all over the place.
Again, you weren't necessarily looking for this. This kind of just got put in your lap, and it was a bit like
kind of have to
an
take
on-the-day decision, and it was like perfect.
So this is a BGS 8.5 base set Charizard. However, I am gonna actually crack this because I have I'm hoping.
Get those pliers out, baby.
I say I'm going to. I'm gonna get help because I will absolutely botch it up. But hopefully, I'm gonna submit this to PSA, and hopefully it comes back a 9. I mean, if it comes back a 10, that would be the biggest miracle. But it'll probably come back a 6 PSA. So there's some cards that I'm going to be submitting. And actually, this will be the first time I've ever submitted a card to PSA. So pretty cool first submission.
Very cool first submission. Can we have face cam, please?
And we're going back to face cam. But yeah, I'm going to be submitting some more through the $18 service at the moment because I feel like that's a really good deal to kind of pass up on. I have like 300 cards I need to sieve through though.
Right,
so.
Can I just explain? Dean came round today and said, I've got some cards I want to submit to PSA. When I tell you, he got out a wad of cards this big. I was like, have these just been in this pot this whole time? Dean's a hoarder, okay?
I have so many raw cards. It is ridiculous. So
but we're starting to get them out now. We're starting to get them sent
I can't wait to send them off and never see them for like 6 months.
Fingers across.
Can't wait. Absolutely cannot wait. So yeah, that is some other submissions I'm going to be doing. You did a video recently showing some
Yeah, so I've done a couple of middleman submissions over the last sort of couple of months or so. We've had some back as well. Again, as we keep going forward, turnaround times I imagine will start to creep on a little bit longer each time if you're not using those higher service levels. So again, if you want the details, you can email me, but they go off at the end of every month. All the details are in the email about how to submit. So yeah, we've just had one go off. That video went up a couple of weeks ago, and I'm pretty sure I'm due a couple of things back. Again, I kind of lose track now because I have so much going on. I've got everything logged, so I have to double check it and see where we are with everything. But yeah, submitting and getting your submissions back is a little bit like Christmas sometimes, because especially when you've got those exciting cards in there, even though some of them aren't mine now, I still absolutely love that initial what did we get?
I feel like sending them off would be like sending your kids to school for the first
time. So this is something that I get asked a lot, especially now offering the service of sending on behalf of people. For some people, they've never submitted their cards to PSA before, and whether these are childhood cards they've kept and they want to send off, whether they are cards they've bought, sometimes they are very expensive cards. So people are understandably quite cautious and nervous about submitting some of these cards. I'd say once you do it a couple of times, you kind of you get a bit used to it and you get more and more excited about doing it because you're like, right, I'm ready to see what the grade's going to get. But I have had it before where I have submitted some very big cards to PSA and I haven't felt comfortable or happy until they've been back in my possession. Especially, it's just one of those things. But once you sort of
get
going with it, But there will be some cards, regardless, like
a first edition Charizard.
So yeah, I submitted a first edition Charizard back in, oh my goodness, 2 years ago now, and that was a big deal. And it was there a little while. And getting that back was like...
Did you have to pay an upcharge on that?
Yes, I did, yeah. I can't remember because that was submitted with the first ed Venusaur and Blastoise as well. So that was a big submission.
Like a big thing.
But there are cards that, like, if I ever own them, and I probably never will, that I would drop off in person if I was grading something. Like, there is no way I'm putting, like... Can you imagine, like, trophy cards and all that sort of jazz. You're not putting that in a parcel for FedEx.
you kind of want to go deliver it in person, don't you? But you are, like, speaking of some of the stuff you're sending off soon, like the Poncho Pikachus and stuff like that. you actually got them from recent pickups, right?
Yeah, so I did a video came out on my channel on Monday. You can go and check that out if you haven't already. I had a handful of people reach out to me over the past month or so because the actual Poncho Pikachu pickups are part of like a large collection purchase, some modern, some vintage stuff, and I'd sort of been in contact with that person for a little while. Actually, just before we went to America, it kind of initiated, and obviously then I was going away and timings didn't quite work out, but we finally got to doing the deal. So yeah, I had someone reach out to me via email. I have a lot of people reach out to me when they want to sell their collections. I'm always interested in buying. It really does just depend what the collection consists of, but if it's what I'm looking for at the time and it's right for me, as you'll see, I've picked up quite a lot of stuff recently. So yeah, these were part of this deal, and I feel like you can't say no to Poncho Pikachu.
Oh no, definitely.
They are incredible cards. Really excited to see what grades they come back as.
Hard to find too.
Yeah, especially sort of in really nice condition, which I feel like I was quite lucky with the ones I picked up. There was quite a few other promo Pikachus in there as well, but if you've watched the video you'll see those. But yeah, those sorts of pickups are fun because there's like, I think I had everything from ETBs to theme decks to vintage packs,
just a bit of everything.
Japanese literally a little bit of everything. So yeah, those pickups were always fun because again, if I get cool cards in those go off to PSA, or if there's things I'm looking for in my collection, they'll stay in my collection. It's like a whole mix of things.
I did that sort of thing at the start of the year. I went around doing a few pickups, but it was mainly booster boxes because I was getting them for my breaks.
Yes.
And that was a lot of fun, just finding a lot of boxes and just kind of just going around seeing what people had, because sometimes it's really hard to find this sort of stuff.
It is. And again, I always get asked, where do you find this stuff? And everything I picked up in that video, everyone reached out to me saying they were selling the collection, or they were selling this box, or they were selling this item. A lot of times that's how some of the best pickups come. I feel like sometimes when you go out searching for something, it doesn't come to you. It doesn't appear, and then when you least expect it, someone or something pops up being like, got this on offer, and if at the time it works, can make it work out.
Yeah, I haven't actually picked anything up in a while now. I need to get back on that because I quite like the. It's good when stuff comes to you, and then there's cool stuff like finding stuff. You find something, and then you find that there's more.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. Now
they
I'm
might
excited.
have one thing, and then when you dig a bit deeper, it sort of turns into something else. But like some of my favorite cards and like slabs that are in my collection and that I'd never sell have actually come from pickups that I've kind of like not
you
expected.
Weren't even looking for them, yeah.
I've graded some of the like my favorite cards out of them, ended up getting crazy grades, and I've been like, right, that's in my collection forever now. Like it's that sort of stuff. But like you say, sometimes it's for breaks with boxes and other things like that. It just varies.
Yeah. I like that you get message, like people ask, like inquiring whether you want to purchase this, because I would love that, just to see what people have as well. Like
it's always cool to see pictures,
what people have, and you could potentially be interested in.
Because again, not everyone shares everything online. So some people that message me, it's just from, you know, like a personal social media account, so they're not sharing their Pokemon collection on there, and I would never find it probably otherwise. So it's cool that these people reach out and share what they've got, and even if like the deal doesn't work out, it is sometimes cool just to see some people's collections, whether that is for whatever reason. But it just depends.
So guys, if you have just jumped in, please smash that like button.
Please.
Do it with your tongue if you can. If you have jumped in as well, we are doing a live Q&A very shortly, so get your questions ready. I feel like I believe we're getting some questions in the Discord, so we'll take a look at those shortly. So if you're in any of the Discords, you can write them in there, or you can feel free to write them in the chat as we go. Obviously we might miss them with the chat moving and stuff like that. So maybe if we can get them popped in the I think I've just had a stroke. In the Q&A tab on my Discord. We will answer those shortly for you guys. Whack them in there, or mine if you're in mine. If you're in either or, we'll have a look and see what's popping around, and we can probably start the question. I mean, we've been going on for like 43 minutes which already is crazy. It's gone pretty quickly. Okay, so should we start with question number 1 from Vampire Queenberry? Shout out to Sean, by the way, for putting them in there. That's what Sean's much. Okay, Sean, top mod. And Sean, I haven't forgot, I do need to do that thing. I've been, I fell asleep last night. I'm sorry. But I will get that to you for tomorrow, I promise. But
Okay.
yes. Okay. Vampire Queen Bree, who I did see her comment saying she doesn't grade cards, but she does buy graded cards. So that's pretty cool.
Love that.
But she says, what are your favorite era of cards to collect?
Interesting.
We sort of answered this before, haven't we? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So I have a couple. I have eras that I've rediscovered since getting back into the hobby as an adult, and a couple of those would be like Secret Wonders. I'm a massive fan of. I actually have a Secret Wonders master set. That's a really exciting set for me. I've spoken about it, phrase. It's a box I'd love to break, but those booster boxes have got so expensive, and it's just not been achievable for me this year to be able to offer it to you guys, basically.
That's what I'm finding frustrating at the moment, is that we're now getting to a point where there's boxes we would love to do box breaks of, but it just doesn't make sense, in the sense of we would pay X amount of money for a box, but then the packs are a lot cheaper than you're almost paying like a sealed tax.
Yeah, premium.
Just because the box is sealed, you're paying extra. But then because we want to open it and do a box break, it just doesn't make sense to do. Say if I was buying a box and putting it in my sealed collection, and at that time I could afford to do that and I was willing to take that hit just because I wanted that box, I probably would do that with certain boxes. Yeah. However, when we're box breaking for you guys, we're running businesses as well, so we do have to keep that in mind, and we don't want to buy a box with a massive premium on it just because it's got a sealed premium for being a sealed box, and then completely overcharging you for the packs, because that's not fair. But then we also can't buy the box at a sealed premium and then charge the right price for the packs, but then lose what could be thousands when then do you see what I mean? It then becomes, so there are certain sets, unfortunately, some of like the exciting sets, it's obviously going to always be that way, where it just doesn't work. Going forward, if whatever situation we're able to pick these things up for the right prices, or we're in a situation where actually we just decide, right, we're going to take a hit on that just because we want to be able to do it for you guys, maybe that will happen in the future. But yeah, with regards to some favorite sets, it's difficult. And but we were talking about that. I was speaking to Chloe earlier, is that there's a box I really want at the moment. I won't say what it is because I want a surprise, but it's at a price that doesn't really make sense to do, but I'm willing to sort of take a hit just because it's something new that I don't think's been done by a UK PokeTuber ever, and exciting. I want us to do it on my channel and do a really cool box break with it. So it's not confirmed yet, but hopefully we might be able to sort something out and just do it for you guys and have a lot of fun with it. So for me, my favorite era set is, it's always changing. It was base set will always have the most nostalgia for me, obviously, because it was the set I grew up on. I used to hate the E series, and now Expedition in the last year is one of my favorite sets. Secret Wonders, like you, Supreme Victors. A new favorite set of mine is Platinum Arceus, which I've been opening up on the channel. Paul Chloe, the AR7, and fallen in love with that card.
I need that card in a 10. I still haven't got it in a 10.
It's an absolute worldie. I'm actually looking at it right now. I would try and grab it, but there's so many cables. And then more recently, I am absolutely falling in love with Ruby Sapphire EX era cards. Those sets. Good choice. We actually saw when we were in America some Delta Species. Yeah. We saw Deoxys. We saw Legend Maker. I can't remember. What's the one with Mew on the front? Is that Legend Maker? Legend Maker? Yeah, Legend Maker.
Was there Crystal Guardians?
Crystal
as
Guardians.
Well?
Yeah. So I really, I'm on my EX wave right now. I'm loving the EX era, the small EX era. And yeah, so that's probably, I wouldn't say I have a favorite set, but I'm just loving that era at the moment. Okay, that's that question. Hopefully that answered. Bree, what's your favorite set era? Us.
I think she just said Sun and Moon.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, next question is from Gurpri. If we could go back to the questions, please. How did you guys get involved with your distributor? How does the side of the business work sourcing and stocking products? Okay, so I own an online TCG store, Chloe's Card House, alongside doing breaks on YouTube for you guys. So basically, there are a couple of certain things you have to have. There's basically a checklist. list for the distributor that I am with anyway. There's a few of them around. I'm with a fairly big one in the UK. And one of the main things that you have to be as a business is VAT registered. And there's no way around that with them. There may have been before, but as TCGs and things have got more popular over the last few years, ever since I've been involved and when I was applying to be a stockist, you have to be VAT registered. So obviously everything has to be set up, and there's a lot that goes into it. So I always get asked the question like, oh, like, why did you give up your job to do YouTube and everything? And that isn't why I gave up my full-time job. I gave up my full-time job to run my business as a whole. So YouTube is part of that, and the streams are a massive part of that now, and that has grown thanks to you guys, and I'm so grateful for that, and hopefully we can keep growing it and get crazier with that. But the other side of things is I own a store. So I own an online store, and I do eBay as well. So there's a lot of buying and selling that goes on in the background, and that's what keeps me busy for a lot of my week as well when I'm not streaming. So that is one of the main criteria. There are some other distributors I know where you have to have a certain amount of lines and products listed on your website. And if you're new and starting out, I honestly don't know how you manage that and manage to get through the application process with some people, just because when you're starting out, there's a reason why you're applying to be a stockist, for an official stockist, for products. And if you haven't got that, how do you already have, 40, 50, 60 different lines set up on your website? You probably won't. So I believe it has become a little bit harder, just because I think what happened in the whole boom and the hype, they maybe had an influx of people wanting to get involved who were, on the one-stop shop trying to, buy in and
and stuff like that.
So things did get stricter, but obviously it just varies. It does just vary.
And for me, I'm actually a little bit different. I don't have a distributor. I don't do what Chloe does. I actually have to do it a little bit different. I have to go out, and sometimes, for instance, Pokemon Go, usually when there's like a lot of sets, not a lot of sets, sorry, there's a set that's very popular and very hard to get hold of. For instance, there was a set that was it Brilliant Stars you didn't get that much of?
Yeah, so I get, even though I have the distribution now, that doesn't mean there is like an overflowing tap of unlimited stock. I get an allocation, and sometimes that's extremely low. Brilliant Stars, Pokemon Go, very low allocation, and it's tough when you're running a store if you don't have that product in a decent quantity to sell, because obviously I still use some of it for streams, so I can it's like it's a balance. You need to pick your poison, basically.
So then I have to also go out to even shops like, I guess if you're from America, like your Walmarts, your Targets, your Tesco's, your Asda's, your games, and just try and pick up as much as possible, which sometimes I'm lucky with, sometimes not so much. But also I'm able to get some off Chloe every now and then.
The official plug.
Yeah, if there's some spare going, which I'm very grateful for. But it's usually sometimes when there's not a lot going around, I have to go out and try and buy it from people or shops and stuff like that. So that's how I get my stuff at the moment. I don't know whether I would ever do the distribution side, just because it's just me. So it's very difficult to be a one-man army doing the YouTube side, the distribution side, because there's just a lot of, like, you have to go through stock.
There's a lot going on.
You have to order it and all that kind of stuff. So who knows if my channel ever gets big, where I can bring on people to help out and stuff like that, then that might be an option in the future. But right now, just I'm in the streets. I'm about. So
should we go for the next question?
Yeah.
Great questions as well, by the way, guys. Average Player has asked, and for Chloe, how has the business affected what you keep as a collection item and what you keep as inventory? Again, so with streaming, obviously I get a lot of feedback off of you guys, what you guys enjoy. So if there's certain sets we're going to open and I manage to find them and source them, it's obviously going to be for the streams. I like to keep a varied selection on my website and eBay as much as I possibly can. Like Dean said, obviously you're sort of on your own. I am very, very lucky, and I do have a wonderful butler who helps me. However, it is in his spare time. So Butler has a full-time butler job on top of everything I do, and I have basically got to the position now where we're growing and growing. So Chloe's card house is going to be expanding, and I'm going to have a team member that's going to be helping me. And again, hopefully this can just grow things and get bigger and bigger, but I like to have a varied stock. So It really depends. Personal collection, I'm quite particular about, and I made a very, very large personal purchase at the beginning of the year for my personal collection. And it's not something that I bought to sell. It's something I bought to be able to hold on to, because I'm very, very overwhelmed that I'm able to own such an incredible basically piece of Pokemon history, which is one of every booster pack. I did a big video on it if you guys didn't see it. So something like that is, you know, I make the decision when I'm looking for something, but with the business kind of speaks for what it needs, and I know when a new set comes out, I'm obviously getting the latest sets out. Rest in peace legendary booster box. So the legendary collection booster box is a grail item for me. I did own it, however I did let it go in order to fund a bigger purchase. It's something I will get back. I have told myself that if I knew I wasn't going to get it back, I knew I wouldn't have let it go.
The other thing is as well, you did get a master set, which kind of, in my opinion, would soften the blow.
With the legendary box, I had planned to open it for myself, which some people would probably think is some form of mental illness, which maybe, you know, it's a very expensive box. However, legendary collection to me is just one of my favorite sets. Around the time I picked up the box, I managed to pick up a master set, which was unexpected, and at that point the need to open the box wasn't there, and obviously I know the box wasn't going to give me a master set. It was more just for the experience of being able to open it, and then things come up, things change, and that happened. I let the box go. I'm planning on getting it back at some point in the future. I don't know when, but I will definitely have that box, and it will sit on my backdrop again one day. But for me it varies. My personal collection at the moment, there are no goals that I'm imminently needing to complete, whereas my business is always adapting and always changing, and I always need to be on the ball with it. So like I said, the business stuff, you kind of just know what the business needs most of the time, and personal stuff, it just depends what I've got going on. But at the moment there's no big personal goals that I'm out.
For me, personal goals, I guess everything, we've said this before on previous episodes, is that everything is sort of taken a bit of a backseat with the personal goals. I think for me at the moment, I'm going to have a bit of personal enjoyment from grading some of the cards that I brought over today. There's a few cards that I'm going to want to keep in my personal collection. So I think the joy for me would be seeing if those get 10s, and then if they do, then I can keep them. If not, I'll either sell them, trade them, or make them available for you guys and stuff like that. So in terms of collecting, I do have a goal, but it's going to be a personal and business goal. Just in terms of like content and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna say anything about it now because it's just an idea, but yeah, maybe in the future that will be the next goal, but it's just a thought at the moment. Right now I don't really have any personal goals. It's just getting stuff to do box breaks with, content and blah blah blah. We actually picked up some cool stuff when we were in America in June, like those tins and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never owned tins that are 12 years old, so that's the cool thing, is that we get things through our business, but we get to own them for a little bit, so it's like a bit of personal joy.
Yeah,
I'm not
being able to actually handle the items and, like you say, actually physically have them in our ownership for a while.
Exactly. So that's a little bit of cool little personal joy there, but I'm also like not too attached to them, that I'm happy to let them go and stuff like that.
Great question, Average.
So hopefully that answered the question, Alberto.
That was Average.
Oh, Average, sorry.
So
Alberto's next.
Alberto's up next. How did Chloe and Dean become friends? Was it through Pokemon or before? So we became friends through the hobby. I think the first thing that happened was you bought the... did you buy the sets off me? Was that the first interaction we had?
I think, I bought, I saw on eBay, I don't even know why I was looking.
Your bank regrets it now.
Yeah, I really, really fell in love with, is when I was looking at sets, because I've always been into like packs and stuff like that, but I think it was at the time when I first started my YouTube channel, when I was thinking, do you know what, I'd love to... Oh, actually, I just bought a complete master set of base set and Team Rocket, and I wanted some more sets, but not WotC. So I started looking into other sets that I hadn't been aware of because I wasn't collecting at the time. And Secret Wonders and Supreme Victors came about. And I saw them on eBay, and funnily enough, Chloe was the one selling them, and I was in the biggest bidding war of my life against someone, I don't know who it was, and I ended up spending a lot of money on these two sets, which I don't even think are worth that much, but I'm not that upset because they're gonna be in my collection forever.
And can I say they are absolutely like to pick out of every set.
Yeah.
They're definitely 10 out of 10 sets.
They're very good sets.
So that was our first interaction, and then I think we messaged on Instagram after that when you realised it was me who you'd got the sets off. And then I think I bought into a couple of your breaks, started like watching each other's streams and stuff, and then I asked you to do the
jungle
fossil break. Because
Yes,
I had done a
it was
jungle,
fossil, yes.
and then I asked you to come do the fossil break with me, and then since then we've become the 3 best friends that anyone can have.
Yeah, it's been emotional. There's been heartache, emotions, laughter, crying. It's been
we've
the complete
experienced
package.
everything, but no, we have become really good friends now, and it's again why I love the hobby, because obviously you get to meet people that maybe you wouldn't cross paths with. And we've been really lucky that we get on as well, like a house on fire, and we're able to do this, and that you guys love our content as well.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not on purpose, the things we do that are funny,
Sometimes
but
it just happens.
yeah, it's really like we have like such a good friendship, really good chemistry on camera and off, and it's like never awkward and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when you just you guys know with your friends that you just meet people that
I think that you just click with. Yeah.
It's
and we're lucky that we've been able to travel now this year, and you're going to see more and more from us, obviously, in that aspect, and with the podcast and content. And it's
not just Pokemon all the time.
Oh no,
like, we've gone to like Top Golf all together.
We socialize outside of the Pokemon world, because we're very lucky that me and my other half get on with you and your other half. Yeah. And we're all sort of like, I mean, we've all been away together. Croc gang. We're all officially in the Croc gang as well, which is even better. So yeah, it's great.
And that's how we became friends.
Friends forever, guys.
All right, let's see what the next question is. So this is from Louise. Has there ever been a card or set that you've had an opportunity to own but missed out on it and regretted later? I've absolutely reworded that, but that was the gist. The gist.
Yeah. I think we've been asked this question before.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I don't think there's anything that has come up. And right, basically, I'm a bit like you. There's something you say that's now ingrained into me, and I think I'm going to get it on a t-shirt one day.
Here for a good time, not a long time.
Here for a good time, not a long time. And I sometimes buy things when it isn't the best time or position to buy them, because I always convince myself I'll get through it, and I always do. I don't think there's anything major. There are things that I have come across, and that I've kind of... There was one time where I had the opportunity to purchase a certain card, but the person selling the card, it was all a bit difficult. They weren't based in the UK. It was an extremely big card. They also weren't sure whether they wanted to grade it. They also wanted a bit of a premium against its graded price, but without seeing it in person, the pictures weren't, 4K Ultra HD. And this sort of card is something you'd have to see and be 100% comfortable with, that you've had a middleman inspect it for you. It just never came to fruition. Something like that, I wish I could have got my hands on, but at the time, there was no way that it was going to work. And yeah, it never happened. I don't regret it. We sort of tried a few options, and I just couldn't get to the right. It didn't feel right either. Yeah. So I'm sort of, things happen for a reason. Maybe that card will make its way back to me sometime, but who knows?
For me, I think there was one card that sort of slipped away, and it was someone I was speaking to on Twitter, actually, and they were selling a Legendary Collection Reverse Holo Charizard.
Nice.
But they lived in, I think it was Sweden, or it was some country that, obviously I'm in the UK, so it was very far away. And it was just like, we'd message one day, and then it would be 3 days reply, and then the guy was like, yeah, I'm happy to sell it, but I've got to wait for this and this. And I was just like, I just lost interest by the end of it. As much as I wanted the card, it was just such an effort. It
was a similar situation. The communication was a bit, I wasn't getting all my answers that I needed to make the right decision. And it was,
And that usually tells me that if it was meant to be, it was meant to be.
Yeah, that's what I agree with.
There obviously was probably something wrong with the card if this guy was being a little bit unhesitant or hesitant to kind of
A
get
little
the
bit
deal.
difficult, yeah.
So yeah, that's probably the only thing I can remember that's kind of gone, oh damn, I wish I kind of had that card, because everyone wants a reverse holo legendary
It's a great
Charizard.
card. It is a great card.
Okay, next question from Average Player. If you guys won the lottery and had to use it on Pokemon, would you guys buy lower value liquid items or higher value top tier slabs and sealed product? I'm probably going for the high end stuff, purely because
exactly what I'm buying.
I don't know where the heck I'm putting all this low tier stuff.
So I don't know if you guys can see behind me. When I stream, you can't see all of this, but this is just like the situation. When I say Pokemon is life at the moment, Pokemon, I wake up and all I see is Pokemon.
I dry myself with bulk at the moment when I get out of the shower.
That's the situation. I would be buying...
Stick it in the boot.
If I won the lottery...
That's how my wheel broke.
Yeah, weighing the car down. If I
did.
won the lottery and money was no object and I could spend this money and not have to worry if I lost it all and the item, you know, and Pokemon fell off a cliff the next day, I would be buying a number of slabs and some sealed boxes.
Yeah, same.
That I could put on a display in my 36 bedroom mansion, and when I'm feeling down, I'd go and sit in that room and I'd look at that shelf and I'd just be like, this is happiness. And then I'd go and have a pina colada by the pool. Had to think about my choice there. But yeah, if money was no option, it would be a personal happiness purchase. There would be no investment or no reason behind it. I feel like when you're in that position and it doesn't matter, surely you're just going to buy. I mean, money doesn't buy happiness and products don't buy happiness, but I can 100% tell you there are some certain Pokemon items that will 100% buy my happiness.
I think also that I would rather just go to the likes of Logan Paul or someone who has a mega collection and just buy it all in one go than going to
like jumping
everyone
around.
being like, can I have your Shining Fates? Can I have your battle styles and all that kind of stuff? So
Oh, Tina, a Fifth Avenue shopping spree. I would do that thing, you know, where they close down Saks. I'd walk in and it would be me, the only one in there, okay? Being poor doesn't make me happy either. I feel that. We need a happy medium here. We need a happy medium.
Quick shout out to everyone who's jumped in today.
Appreciate you
keep
guys.
hitting that like button, by the way. And if you do have any questions, we're doing a quick live Q&A. Hit that like button, and if you write a question in the chat, one of our mods will put it in the Discord.
Yeah, thank you so much for managing this, guys.
Yeah, if you are in any of the Discords, just put it in the Q&A section, and that will hopefully get to your questions. So
let's have a look at the next question.
Let's keep it going.
Can we see some Chloe and Dean aggressively dabbing? I can't say
I'll
I'm
do
a
it if
dabber.
Chloe does it.
I'm not a dabber.
No, do you know what, Lynn? If I did that, I will end up headbutting the mic. I'll knock all of Chloe's stuff over. It will
just a light dab.
Like, it will be me trying to dab and destroying the whole setup. So I'll give a quick one of those ones, a little slight one.
You look normal. How do you know so much about Pokemon? Right.
I ask myself
I would
this
be
every day.
rich, okay, if I got a penny every time someone asked me that question. Honestly.
Yeah.
Right, next up, what have we got? Dream card to own if money was an obstacle, i.e. Snap Chansey first Zard. So I have a couple. Number one would be a PSA 10 Kangaskhan trophy.
Why?
There is something about that card that has just been, ever since I've laid my eyes on it, it has been the one trophy, big, like, you know, you get illustrators, you get your Pikas, you get, you know, whatever it is, it has been the one card that is just...
You love it.
I just love it. I love everything about it. And yeah, that would be, again, money wasn't an object. Snap Chansey would be an absolute out of this world. I don't need it graded just to own the card. Again, if money wasn't an object...
Sam basically answered it for me.
I was going to say you're a big Charizard guy.
Yeah,
so.
First said Charizard, but also the complete Snap set. You basically answered it for me. Pokemon Snap was one of my favorite Pokemon games. So to own like the Charmander, the Pikachu.
Snap cards are out of this world.
If I was able to get the complete set, that'd be incredible.
And yes, Bob and Frank as well. So the Creatures deck that came out which was never meant to be released to the public, but obviously these things always find their way. There is a hand-drawn Chansey as well.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of you have seen it. There's quite a few graded copies now.
Bree said Dean's dab is too powerful.
It honestly
destroys setups.
I have tried a little bit to try and get that card, but any that I have come across, it's been people who have either the entire set raw or the entire set graded, and they're looking to either shift
because there
the
was
set.
some on auction, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
I haven't been able to find one at the right price on its own. Any that I've kind of come across, or any that people that I've spoken to that own it kind of want to, if they are letting it go, they're letting it go as a sort of group. And I, number one, can't afford to buy multiples of a lot of those cards, especially when they're graded, and a lot of people have had them graded now. They're very expensive. And for me, I only want the Chansey. The other card, super cool. Again, if money wasn't an object,
just don't have
what
that
a cool
attachment.
piece of history to own. But again, I don't have the attachment, and Chansey for me is my favorite Pokemon. But yeah, I just haven't been able to pry it from anywhere at the moment. Maybe I will get it one day.
Yeah.
And again, I'd be happy to own that card raw. I'd be happy to own it graded. But just haven't come across the right situation where I've actually been able to purchase it.
I would like to own like a trophy card from London Worlds.
Yeah.
That would be fun. I think that would be really cool. Like, very, very unique cards. The first trophy card outside of America. I think that would be really cool. So.
And the modern trophies are just as beautiful
Yeah.
as some of the originals as well.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. Jedi says, hello, is it me you're looking for?
No.
No.
Can I
Who's
answer that?
sung that? Lionel Richie. Yeah, Lionel
Is it
Richie.
me you're looking
Chris says, what is your
for?
favorite Gen 1 Pokemon?
I can see it.
I'll
Are
let
we
you-
not just...
I'll let you
I'll let you
guess.
take a wild
I'll
guess
take a
on that
wild
one.
guess. He's right behind me in that corner.
And thank you everyone as well for sending in your questions, by the way. We really appreciate it.
I've got to I've got a train to catch relatively early tomorrow, so I'm heading off. Take care, Sam. Thank
really
you for
looking
tuning in, buddy.
forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you at the card show.
Next question.
Okay, next question was, sorry, I was halfway reading. Vampire Queen Bree. Hope you bought your crown today. She says, favorite seeded item.
Sealed. Seeded.
Seeded plant. Sealed item to collect. Is that what the question said?
Yes.
It went off the screen.
Yeah. Favorite sealed items collect. So I purchased a very large sealed collection, all the booster packs. So I know I purchased them all in one. So I kind of like knocked that one on the head. Like,
you
but
took that one off.
again, sealed booster boxes are super fun to own. I think at the moment, especially for me and you, because we stream, when we pick up boxes a lot of the time, we tend to break them for you guys, because that's kind of where, you know, we want the content as well. But yeah, if I was able to sort of start stacking up a sealed box collection to go alongside my sealed pack collection, that would be amazing. But that's not something I'm in a position to do at the moment.
Yeah, mine is booster boxes. Absolutely love booster boxes. And then the other thing I would probably say is sealed collection boxes, like especially... And even tins, like the ones we picked up in July with the... I don't know if you have one.
I don't think I have... yeah, some of the boxes are there.
This will do. So we picked up this... I'll try not to get it shining on it. But we picked up this Diamond and Pearl collector's box, which has just some really cool items in it. It's got like some booster packs from the Diamond and Pearl era.
Secret Wonders.
A theme deck, and then 2 promos. So this stuff's really hard to come by. And collecting these is really, really cool just because they're very, very different. And then also like 3-pack blisters. Like I recently picked up the Call of Legends 3-pack blister.
That was a great pickup.
Do you know there's a version that's 2 Call of Legend packs and a secret Supreme Victors pack?
Really?
Yeah, there's one that it's
right.
on eBay.
This whole the triple blister world, especially the vintage triple blister world, there were vintage triple blisters I was aware of. There were some I were not aware of, and I have seen some crazy, like I posted one on my Instagram earlier that's got 2 mysterious treasures packs and a Crystal Guardians
But even
pack.
the ones we saw
the crazy EX.
Yeah.
They were doubles with a promo in the middle, and
different sets as well.
They were. Oh God, I wish we could have got them, but
Yeah.
again, it was we really just had to make some decisions. But yeah, those I actually am loving triple and double blisters, vintage ones in particular. But yeah, I just think they're they're cool display items. They're cool sealed items to have because they just, I don't know, there's just something
Very
about
different.
them that does it for me.
Yeah, and they look cool.
When someone says to me like, well, why do you like that one? Sometimes I can't explain. There is just a feeling with some things, and those triple blisters, there's a feeling I get when I look at them, and I mean, I think as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, definitely. I completely agree. We just hit 60 likes as well. Big thank you to you guys.
guys.
That must be a record for a live episode. So keep hitting that like button. Let's try and smash that. Let's get to 75. Sean, Mr. Meme himself, has asked the question saying, my favorite part of the community is the fact we've all become friends, doing meetups, doing deals, playing games, chatting away in calls every day. What's your favorite part of the community, and what are your fears and hopes for the community as the channel grows? Do you want me to take the lead on that one?
Yeah, go for it.
I literally just forgot the question. Right. So my favorite part is literally what Sean is saying. Get to meet you guys. I literally say it on my streams every time I'm live, but I'm being totally honest. I love streaming with you guys on Tuesdays and Saturdays, speaking to you guys, hanging out with you guys, like experiencing new things. For instance, we opened up the Diamond and Pearl Stormfront pack. We packed Shiny Voltor. We packed a Level X Dust Noir and the Blaziken from Supreme Victors, which I've never opened before. Like it was a huge moment just for myself and to experience it with you guys. So that is a really fun thing to do. I can't wait to meet more of you in person. When we met people in we've met people in America.
I mean,
we were in America.
Tell them the story about the shop.
Yeah, we were in a shop, and someone said, literally, when we were in April, we were in that shop, and the person found out that we were there, and he was like, damn, I just missed them. So we were there again, and the shop owner messaged that person, and he drove from work. I don't know if he was on his lunch break, but he drove from work, and we got to hang out for about an hour talking about Pokemon.
I gave him a mystery pack. He pulled a silver, and it was a Mysterious Treasures pack, and he was adding it to his seal collection because he'd never owned one before. And it's just stuff like that that, like, that was great.
It was awesome. It's just
really
just
great.
experiences. And in terms of fears, it will be, I guess, trying to manage interacting with as many people as possible. I'm never going to say like my channel's going to be millions and millions of subscribers. Hopefully it does, just because the more people we can like have positive vibes with and share really cool moments with, the better. But obviously when you see the likes of PokeRev streaming, his chat is literally like
so hard to stay on top of.
You can't see it every comment. That's when it's going to be hard. But I'm hoping by having the Discord, doing these meetups at events and stuff like that, we get to have a bit of a personal kind of relationship where we get to see each other in person and stuff like that. Because obviously the bigger something gets, the harder it is to manage. But I'm just hoping that you guys always know how grateful, not just myself, but Chloe is, that
100%.
How much support you guys give us, interacting with us, sharing your, like, the hottest evening in UK with me on Tuesday. I was literally melting, but I appreciated every single person that was in the stream, like experiencing the heat with me. So yeah, like if we don't ever express it enough, just know that we are eternally grateful. If it wasn't for you guys right now that are watching, we wouldn't be doing this. We literally wouldn't be doing this. So don't ever for a second think we'll ever forget you. We don't appreciate you or whatever.
Every one
literally of you. Love you guys. Like love you. So
mine would be the same as Dean. It is just sometimes things get crazy. You know, people say, oh, I've messaged you, have you seen it? Like I try my best to get back to everyone and stay on top of everything, and with like trying to run the business and obviously sort of trying to be as active as and present. Like we are grateful. We appreciate every single one of you, and I will always say to people, drop me an email if you don't get an answer on Instagram or whatever, because things just do get a little bit wild sometimes. Like it's crazy to try and keep on top of it all. But yeah, I think as long as we keep it positive, that's all I care about.
So yeah, look, Jedi is saying see, Jedi, I'll always love your jokes, my friend. And Sean, like Mr. Meme, like the mods that we have and everyone that tunes in every single time,
we appreciate you
guys are the best. Like, thank you. So that hopefully that answers your question. If you guys have any fears, maybe let us know in the chat. We'll try and read them while answering questions, and hopefully we can kind of make sure that doesn't happen. Right, next question.
Neogen or Deox? I mean, I know my answer to that.
The mouse is going quite crazy right now. For me, I've never opened up Deoxys. You've opened up one pack.
Have.
what's the gold star in Deoxys?
Rayquaza.
Oh, Rayquaza. That would be a fun hunt.
That's what I was hoping for out of my one pack, and obviously I got a holo.
Beautyfly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the best.
Yeah, no. Deoxys,
Expensive, but you know.
I would love Neo. I've never personally opened Neo on my channel. And I think Genesis would probably be one of my favorite sets to open, hunting for the Lugia. Obviously, you have the starters, the T17, Typhlosion.
Be incredible cards to pull.
Yeah, but then also Rayquaza is one of my favorite legendaries, and it's a gold star. I love gold stars, so that's a tough one. That's actually a tough one.
That's a good question, though.
What's that one? What is Dean's? Oh, yeah. What was that about the rusted shield?
I'll tell you after the stream.
Okay, cool.
It's an after hours type discussion.
Right. Okay. Right. Off air. What is your ultimate chase card? Are you still chasing it? From Gurtpreet. Shout out to Gurtpreet. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. My ultimate chase card. If I it's a really hard one to answer. So, like, for example, if a new set comes out, I feel like I always pick a chase card from each set. So, for example, Pokemon Go would be the All Art Mewtwo V. Haven't pulled it ever for anyone but myself. But, like, if we're talking, if you said to me, here's all these packs that you love, open them, what would be your chase card be from them? Me pulling a first edition base set Chansey would be, like, if we're going big. If we're talking about something like Skyridge, another set, or Legendary Collection, do you know what I mean? It's quite hard to answer in that aspect, but with modern sets, there's a few cards I've never pulled. One being the All Art Mewtwo V from Pokemon Go. Brilliant Stars, I've been fairly lucky now. I've pulled a lot of cards for a lot of people. That's like probably one of my favorite sets from this year. But yeah, I think because I get to open so many packs for you guys on stream, I feel like I get lucky, and we do every now and then get some of the really crazy hits. But yeah, if you had to lay out packs in front of me and said pick from these, and they're some of my favorite sets, yeah, the reverse Holo Charizard from Legendary Collection would be wild to pull that out of a pack. Crystal Zard from Skyridge.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Crystals from Skyridge. Any crystals from the E-Series. Chansey from base set, first ed. Just would, for myself, would be magic, yeah.
I think for me, you mentioned it, Crystal Charizard from Skyridge would be one of them. And then two other ones would probably be Gold Star Mewtwo.
Nice choice.
Absolutely love that card. And I think pulling that would be crazy. And then also Gold Star Mew. Or Pop Series. I don't know what Pop Series it is, but the red Mew. The one that's it's like a fire type. Pop Series 5. I love that Mew. That's awesome. I think you've owned it at one point. Yeah. So yeah, there's some chase cards for me. Gold Star Mewtwo though, or Gold Star Charizard. I love Gold Stars.
And Charizard.
Yeah, I'm absolutely on my EX wave right now.
Serious question from Jedi. My dream is to one day go to Japan, the home of Pokemon cards, just like Unlisted Leaf did. Would you ever consider a trip to Japan?
Jedi, sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. Jedi's always like, I say hi to you all the time in the chat, and you never realize I'm there, blah, blah, blah. I always say, Jedi, I want to go to Japan, and you've just asked me that question. Japan,
he doesn't listen.
Yeah, you don't listen to me, my friend. Japan is on the bucket list. I would like... I say this, I sometimes wish I could split my life into like 6 different people, and like I would go live in Japan for like 2 years and just experience that life for like 2 years, try and learn the language, embrace the culture, because I feel like a week, 2 weeks would not be enough. Like there's so much exploring to do.
I have wanted to go to Japan for a long time. Prior to getting back into the hobby as an adult and running the business, it is one area of the world I have always wanted to visit, and always, like you say, a bit like a bucket list destination. It's not a place I'd see myself easily being able to go back to every year. You know, there's certain places, you know, you go on a summer holiday every year. Japan is like almost a once in a lifetime trip, just because number one, it's so far. It is very far, a bit like Australia, and it is just... Yeah, it's a dream destination of mine. I am gutted I haven't been able to visit already, because I have been lucky to Dean learning Japanese as a must watch.
I saw that, and then I also saw Ashley say, we had the chance to go to Japan or Italy.
I chose poorly. Oh no. Japan is a dream destination.
How was the Leaning
for
Tower
me.
of Pisa? That's what it's called, right?
Yes.
Okay. I always thought it was pizza, but
Oh my goodness. But yeah, Japan. I mean, maybe we can.
Japan trip would be crazy. There's two things that scare me, and that is the language barrier, and then the travel. Just it's like the other side of the world. It's just I don't like.
I've done Australia, so I feel like I can conquer anything now because that's like
Australia
an entire
still in
24
my
hours
mind
of traveling.
Is just not gonna
You would
work.
love Australia. This is what kills me. You would love Australia.
Don't care.
And
I don't care.
I'm
Until
gonna get you there one day.
Until they invent teleporters.
What about if they had a Concorde that went to Australia and we're talking rapid, like 10 hours? I don't know if that's theoretically possible.
I'll do 10.
Right, you've heard it here now. When the Concorde comes back, which it probably never will.
How safe is the Concorde?
The Concorde existed for a long time.
By the speed it needs to go to get to Australia in 10 hours, it would fall apart.
The Concorde, right, I'm not going to get political here, but there's a lot of normal Boeings have gone down. The poor Concorde took a hit. And the Concorde, Elon Musk, Richard Branson, if you're watching this, do your thing. Please invent something that gets us somewhere quicker than we already can do. Because we need to get Dean to Australia.
All right, next question. If Chloe ever is away or sick, will you get Simon to come in with what Simon are we talking about? We're talking about Mini Minter.
Yeah, I think so.
To come in with a wig and play it off as if Chloe was for the box break. Yeah, definitely. That would be too.
To know how he'd feel about the wig.
Funny. That would be so funny. I'll have to ask him. Yeah, that would be a good one. Okay. Next question. What are some of your favorite funny memories from the past 12 months of live streams? The chaotic moments, the memes. The insanity.
Only live streams. The first thing that came to my head was Dean smashing his head on the boot in April. And am I looking at you or are you looking at me?
Oh God. There is so.
Oh, I'm
falling off the chair.
Oh, but yeah, you knocking your head on that boot. Number one, I felt it before I saw it, and I didn't even hit my head. And am I looking at you or are you looking at me?
No,
I melted when that happened.
That headbutt in the boot, when you're in front of your friends and you're trying so hard not to cry. It was
a whack and a half.
I needed medical attention. And I had to firm it. I headbutted this boot so hard. Oh, I can still feel it.
Oh my goodness, my cheeks are hurting.
But yeah, we've had too many funny moments on and off streams. But on streams, recording video, falling off the chair.
Yeah, that was the chair. That was a good one.
Go moment was funny. Croc Gang was one of there.
Dean undercooking chicken.
Yeah, me doing a whole stream like trying not to throw up was one of them.
We got my brother's in the chat. Harry, thank you for being here.
We got Harry in the building.
Welcome in, appreciate you.
So yeah, there was some very funny moments.
There's been so many good moments.
It would be amazing if we had like a camera crew
to
make like a comedy bloopers.
I always say like I'd never do reality TV, and I wouldn't with the reality TV like we all think about it. But if we had like just a camera crew following for when we do our trips, even our trips, enough funny things happen.
Yeah.
The yogurt on the plane. Like when you see something happen in slow motion, I saw it happen before it happened, and all I remember is I watched it drop and spill, and the first thing I did was look up, and your face was as if someone had just killed a kitten in front of you. The loss of your soul.
It was literally because
you'd held on to it for an hour before the flight.
We got to the airport at like 5-6 a.m.
It was 4 a.m. because we were worried about the queues.
So we get through security, we do all the checks and whatever in an airport, and then Chloe and everyone, Amber, the butler, everyone was tucking into their breakfast, full English, and I'm not a biggest breakfast person.
I only had a sausage sandwich.
So yeah, Chloe had a sausage sandwich, and everyone was tucking in. I'm sitting there dribbling, I was like, I'm not gonna get anything because I'm not a big breakfast eater. I don't want like a full course breakfast, but I'll get this yogurt. I really like the.
We purposely had to go to Pret.
And
Dean got his yogurt.
I bought this yogurt, but the boarding time came up, so we had to run to the gate, and I was like, all right, it's cool, I'll eat it on the plane.
Straight on the plane, getting comfy.
Sat on this plane. I tucked it into my hoodie because I was just holding everything, and I literally got a bit chilly because it was really cold in that plane.
They had the aircon pumped up, yeah.
I've done that, and this yogurt is just
left.
I just had eye contact with it, and it was doing the like. It landed upside down and was just oozing on the floor, and I literally was like, "Is this how this trip's gonna start?"
It did look like a nice yogurt as well, and I'm not a yogurt eater.
Just wanted to cry.
Wanted to cry. We've had a lot of funny moments on and off stream.
Dean locking himself outside when he was about to stream. Oh my god, I forgot about that one. Yeah, literally went to empty my bin, took it outside, just heard my door just literally locked. I had to walk to my mum's to get a spare key. And that was, I literally clicked, I think, go live. I was like, let me quickly go empty the bin. And I had to sprint across town. So yeah, that's some moments.
There's been some moments. Oh my goodness, we got loads. Right, let's pick some out. We may not be able to do all of these now, but we'll definitely do another live for you guys.
Q&A, what small channel PokeTuber are you most excited about or watch more of? Love Static.
I was going to say Static.
Control Alt Bob.
Control Alt Bob's a great one.
Max VMAX and Mama VMAX.
Max and Mama VMAX. Can I just shout you guys out? Because I know you had a lot of people who like raid my comments the other day on one of my videos. That was incredible of you guys. Appreciate you guys so much. There's
Umbra and Hunter. I've been watching some of your openings, my
Billy
friend.
and Rubik's as well.
Yeah, I saw the Jolteon collection, Vaporeon, very, very cool. So that's some people definitely. I mean, we try and
whenever I see, so if I am on the computer and even if I'm working, I'll always be on YouTube, so I'm having something playing on the background. I'll always click on live. So if I see anyone live, I will always try and jump in and say hi. And even if I say hi and you don't hear from me again, I've normally got you on in the background because I'm sitting there packing up orders or doing something.
Yeah, there are so many
Aria
cool
and Ashley, I managed to catch you guys a couple of weeks ago.
As well.
Lee's a great one.
Yeah, some really, really cool people out there. So
I know we're forgetting people, but there's so many people. There's so many people. Woody as well. Woody and the girls and the family.
Yep, some awesome streams. I remember them packing some awesome cars.
Lynn just said, do you remember that time talking about funny moments when I started live streaming, but it was on your channel?
Oh yeah, Chloe live streaming on my channel. I'm literally here, and everyone's like, "Why have you gone live?" I was like, "I'm literally standing here. What's going on?" So yeah, some crazy things. Let's end it with the Butler reveal. Hey, you might see the Butler if he wins the World's tournament in London.
Can you imagine?
That might be.
I'll be retiring and the Butler will be taking over. That's all I'm saying.
You might see his name etched on the trophy. Butler. Pokey Butler.
Butler. Butla as well.
And we're British.
Hi, British. Oh, Powder. Yeah, he's another one.
Powder, yeah.
Shout
loads
out
of
Powder.
People. Loads of
hello, British.
Any more questions, or is that?
Yeah. Was there a couple more? Let's have a look.
Let's have a quick look.
Let's see.
Oh, I see one from Sean. We'll have to answer that one another time. That's a long story. That's a good one.
All I can see is, oh my goodness.
Right. Okay. So, what are your favorite items in your collections from Brie?
Okay, I have a couple of slabs that I love. I've got a Korokoro Mew PSA 10. I love it so much because I actually bought the card raw and graded it myself, and it came back a 10, so I was over the moon with that. I also got gifted an incredible Chansey from TCA Gaming, which massive shout out to Rusty #1, absolutely great guy in the community. Great videos, very informative channel if you're ever looking for that kind of style video, but I know he does a lot of lives and openings now. He gave me a gift which I was not expecting at all, and it's something that will remain in my collection.
I do just snorted.
For a long time. Oh my goodness, you turned into me. For a long time. So yeah, I've got a few sentimental things in there that people have gifted me as well. I've got a card from Kerry in there. I've got a card from the twins in there, Lizzie and Jenny. Yeah, there's a few things in there. My Grand Party, PSA 10, not something I'm going to let go of. A few things like that. For
me, I got a really cool card from Amion, which was really cool. It's like a 3D Charmander. That's awesome. My mug from Cass and Jammer of the Chikapoo. That's really cool as well. Loads of stuff that people have sent, which is always amazing to see. And like we try and incorporate them in our backdrops and stuff like that. I loved the base set box that I owned. Obviously, we opened it up, but I still have the box that me, Chloe, and the Butler signed, just as a memento.
I just need to grab something.
And a couple cards like a Gold Star Charizard, Absolutely love that card. And there's some of the questions. There's some of the cool items that I very much cherish.
So just something that X-Ray just put in the chat. So this one is so special. It actually sits on my backdrop. And as you've noticed now, I haven't got many cards on my backdrop, but it's my, I'll put it there. It's my Steve Aoki signed Pikachu. Absolutely love Steve Aoki, and the fact he's into Pokemon is a bonus. I actually have a MetaZoo box signed by him as well. But yeah, this is something that it actually sits on my backdrop still. So this is a very, very special card. I love this card. This is like Marmite. It's not for everyone. I totally get that. But for me, it's cool and I love it. And like I said, it doesn't really matter about other people's opinions. But yeah, there it is in all its glory.
Two things. Green Tea said, Chloe, what happened with the graveyard? And Lynn says, I just remember Dean falling off his tiny chair, feet in the air.
Green Tea, I can't tell the graveyard story.
Yeah, no, that one can't go.
That's not even after hours. That's never hours.
Yeah. But I think that is going to wrap it up. Oh my days, we've been live for an hour and a half. I think this might be up there for one of the longest episodes we've done.
First of all, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like everyone who's watched, everyone who's jumped in, liked, subscribed. We appreciate you.
Hit the like button with your elbow.
We want to hit 1,000 subs as soon as we can, and when we do, we'll do a giveaway.
Yeah.
We'll do something special.
Yeah.
And we're going to get some exciting guests on soon as well. So bear with us, it's coming.
Yeah, so
and we'll get our new studio soon as
like
well.
Chloe just mentioned, we're kind of going with a new setup soon. New studio, new setup, maybe new layout as well. We're gonna have to keep an eye on how things go, so keep a lookout. But we're gonna do a big thing real quick. If you haven't already, smash that like button. Like I said, try and do it with your elbow. You got 3 attempts. If not, you have to do it with your thumb. And then subscribe, because we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. We're gonna have another episode hopefully next week, maybe in the Discords, either mine or Chloe. Let us know what you'd like us to talk about, because it'll be post London card show, so we might have some pickups and
might have some stories.
We might have some stories and stuff like that.
I'm sure something will happen.
But we want you guys to do one last thing for us, and that is show some love to Static
right now.
Go over to his channel, say Pokepodcast sent us, and show him some love. And we will hope to see you in the next episode of the Pokepodcast, the #1 podcast for the collectors. I've been Pokey Dean.
I've been Pokey Chloe.
And we will see you very, very soon. Have a great night, guys, and peace.
Good night, everyone.